$5 million of Medicaid cuts are hurting the Valley's foster care system.
Less services means less help for some of our most at-risk youth. Fox 5's Tiana Bonner talked to a local group tackling this issue just on the front lines.
Well, John, Cindy, I visited SAFI of Nevada. It's a nonprofit that helps foster children who have severe mental and physical disabilities. Their case managers visit foster families weekly and are on call 24/7 to help. But with these cuts, the nonprofit says it can't afford to keep up with that level of care.
Knowing that time equates to healing, knowing that we don't have that time, I know that children are suffering as a result.
Right now, there are about 3,000 foster kids in Clark County. About 350 of them need extra care.
And they require added training, more visits. So yes, it is extremely challenging to meet all of those needs in this ever decreasing funding pool.
That funding pool is shrinking even more. In the past year, Medicaid cut nearly $5 million for Valley foster care programs like SAFI.
And that was traumatic for us because it threw our industry into a turmoil. We did not know if we were going to have the funds to pay for the children that were in our homes.
SAFI's executive director, Valerie Hicks, says the state also changed how money is approved. She has to reapply for funding every 3 months.
Medicaid system is saying 90 days and we have to cut funding because we expect them to be better in 90 days. That's not rational. That's not reasonable.
Since cuts were announced, Hicks adds they've lost several key people, therapists and case managers who they can't afford to replace. And she says that affects the foster children the most.
But you become attached to these people because they are your lifeline. And then all of a sudden, that worker's gone. And why is that worker gone? Because they too need a living wage to support their family.
Alex Bernal has fostered teens for 11 years.
At this time, I have 4 kids in my home.
He relies on SAFI to help.
To me, when you can have that additional support, that to me, it takes so much stress off of you. It's almost like you have, in case of emergency, break glass, another parent right there next to you.
But Hicks says they may soon run out of resources if Medicaid funding doesn't increase.
The effect is we see in the community what we all call bad kids. We see children who are responding to their trauma through anger in the schools, through possible fights at the Boys and Girls Club, through failure. And then our community pays another price for these children because they're not able to be the productive citizens we need them to be.
Hicks says Clark County is working with the state to find a solution this legislative session. Medicaid cuts have also affected other health services in the Valley, including autism programs and the NICU at Sunrise Hospital. Tiana Bonner, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.